Hi, everybody, and welcome to Room 9. My name is Mrs. Brewer, and I am a third grade teacher at Gordon Bush Elementary School in the East St. Louis School District. And today I'm here to teach you a third grade math lesson. And boys and girls, I am so sorry to come at you like this. I am a little sad today. How are you feeling? And why are you feeling that way, boys and girls? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, or I'm glad you're having a great day. I'm a little sad because I just took my last swim of the year in my swimming pool you see behind me. You guys like to swim? I do too. I like spending all summer out here at our pool, but it's getting too cold. The water was really, really cold today, boys and girls. But I had to get out. Even though the cool water still felt pretty refreshing, I had to get out because I've got this problem, boys and girls. I know, I know. Again. And I'm really hoping that maybe you guys at home could help me solve my problem. You think you can? You think? Well, let's see. What's my problem, you're saying? Well, at the beginning of the year, or the summer, we bought some pool floats. Okay? The nice, pillowy mattress air float. And two of them, the air went out of. In fact, behind me, you can see one laying there. It's looking pretty sad, isn't it, boys and girls? It is. It is. So I got thinking about these pool floats. And I'm trying to figure out, is there a way to use fractions to be able to tell my husband how many of the pool floats have deflated? Think about it. Boys and girls, is there a way I could use fractions? We've been talking about fractions. Is there a way that I can use them to help tell how many pool floats have deflated? I'm trying to figure out how to do it because it's not like the brownies, right? We're not talking about pieces of whole, are we? No, because every float is a whole, right? So is there a way that I could use fractions that doesn't really work with a whole and pieces? You know, when I bought these at the beginning of the summer, I bought them as a set. Have you ever bought a set of anything, boys and girls? You have. What did you buy a set of? Oh, a set of Legos? Okay. You can buy a set of Legos. What else did you buy a set of? There's some Thomas the Train fans back in the day. I don't tell anybody if you still watch them now. Okay, but it's still okay. My son loved Thomas. Thomas was his favorite. He had a train set. Okay, if any of you have train sets, that's a set, right? Okay. What else have you bought a set of, boys and girls? Oh, okay. Some of you might have bought outfit sets for your parents that have the shirt that matches the shorts or pants. That's a set that goes together, right? So set of air mattresses. Okay, let me show you what I had. I had three blue ones, and I had, you can see the blue one behind me, and I had, my green is not working, boys and girls, so I have this stick of black. Pretend the black represents the green, okay? Sometimes in math, we have to use something to represent something else. It means when you see black, just think of it as the green, okay? And then I had three Oh, and now my black isn't wanting to work well either. 3 black air mattresses. Okay? So can you kind of see? Oh, you can see the black. Okay, can't you, boys and girls? All right? So this was my set. Okay? Now today when we got out here at the end of our season, all right, I had 2 blue ones that deflated, and I had 2 green ones. Okay? So is there a way I could use this set to show fractions? What do you think? Oh, okay. So I'm hearing somebody tell me that I could use this set as my whole. Does anybody agree with that? I could use this set as my whole. So I can do fractions of a set. So if I look at this and I'm trying to figure out what fraction is deflated. So I'm going to draw my fraction bar because I know even if it's fractions of a set, my fraction still needs a fraction bar, right? So here's my fraction bar I drew right over here for you boys and girls, okay? What do you think I could use as my numerator? What number? Well, why are you thinking that number? Boys and girls, you are so smart. I had somebody tell me that the numerator tells us what we're asking for, right? Answers what we're asking for. So I asked for what? How many that were, you're right, deflated, okay? Oh, flat, deflated means flat. How many did I have that went flat? You're right, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 went flat. So where would I put that 4? You're exactly right. That would be my numerator. Okay? So I know that 4 of my air mattresses went flat, right? Now, what could I use as my denominator? What do you think, boys and girls? Well, what does our denominator tell us? Right. It says how many in all, right? Right? How many pieces in the whole, right? This could be what? How many pieces in my set? You're exactly right, boys and girls. And how many pieces came in my set? You're right. 6. How did you get 6? Right, you counted all my air mattresses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Getting ready to say 6, aren't I? Okay. So could I just tell my husband that 4/6 of our air mattresses went flat? Would he know how many I'm talking about? You're right. He would know 4 of them went flat out of how many? Right. 4 out of the 6 deflated, or 4/6. Good, boys and girls. So now, using the same set, okay, now what if he asked me what fraction of our air mattresses are still good? How many still have air in them, or inflated? Deflated means no air. Inflated means full of air. Okay? So what fraction, boys and girls, do you think I could tell them that are still inflated, still good, still full of air? Oh, so how did you get 2 as my numerator? Because what? You're right. two of our air mattresses are inflated, right? Okay. So now, what would my denominator be? Oh, why do you think my denominator would be 6? Because why? You're exactly right. Because we had 6 air mattresses in all in that set. Oh, so boys and girls, I can use fractions to talk about sets. How exciting is that? That is very exciting to me. And you know, I love math, right? Now, water in my ears, boys and girls. I'm so sorry. So sorry, okay? It's a great day to be out here and about. Ugh. So, if we are thinking that way, boys and girls, that we can use fractions to tell how many in a set that we're asking for, let's practice this again, okay? So, say I like to draw shapes. So I'm going to draw some shapes here, boys and girls. I know we just looked at the squares that represent air mattresses, but I am going to draw some shapes. Okay? Almost done, boys and girls. What's your favorite shape? Trace it out in the air for me. Let's see if I can guess. Draw a shape for me. Did you draw a triangle? You know what? That's funny because I just drew a triangle as well. Okay? So let's look at my shapes I drew here. Are you ready, boys and girls, for this? You ready to see what I drew? Okay. So here are some shapes that I drew. So you could say that this is a set, right? Okay, so this is a set of shapes that I drew. So what if my teacher asked me what fraction of our shapes are quadrilateral? Well, first off, I need to know what is a quadrilateral, right? You are exactly right. Does anybody know what a quadrilateral is? Quadrilateral is a shape that has 4 sides, straight lines, and it is closed. Okay? After I say that one, boys and girls, I see something I gotta say. Okay, so we think of closed figures like this because if we put a bird inside of these, or a dog, would they be able to get out? No. What if I erase this right here? Would they be able to get out of that circle? Yes. That is not a closed shape. Just think of like a closed door. No one can get in and out of your room if you close your door, okay? A closed shape is the same thing, okay? So now looking again at my set of shapes. What fraction of my set are quadrilaterals? 4 straight sides and are closed. Okay, so how would I determine my numerator? What am I asking for? I'm asking for quadrilaterals, right? So the first thing I would have to do is count my shapes to find out how many of them have 4 sides. Okay, here's a triangle, right? How many sides does a triangle have? 1, 2, oh, 3. Oh, sorry, where's the roll? I move that away from the screen. 3. So can I count that? Nope, I can't, can I? What about right here next to it? What's that? You're right, that's a square. How many sides does a square have? Count real quick. Oh, so it's got 4 sides, right? Is it closed? And are all sides straight? Yes. So there's one quadrilateral. Are we done? Nope, because there may be more, right? Okay, now I come to my circle. How many sides does a circle have? Oh, not 4, right? And they're not straight lines either, are they? Nope. What about my quadrilateral? What about my trapezoid, boys and girls? Is it a quadrilateral? How do you know? You're right, it has 4 straight sides and it is closed. So that would be 2 quadrilaterals. So what fraction of my set are quadrilaterals? You're exactly right, 2/4. If you got 2/4 at the wall, great job. Great job, okay? Boys and girls, sun came out, it got hot. My hair is drying now, okay? It's hot, hot, hot. And I got this towel to dry my hair from this pool. Okay? So, 2/4 of my shapes are quadrilaterals. 2 because 2 are quadrilaterals, the square and the trapezoid, right? Have 4 sides, they're closed, and they're all straight lines. And my 4 for my denominator tells me how many shapes we had in all, right? We had 4 shapes drawn, okay? All right, so boys and girls, I want you to think the other way. Now, what fraction of my set is not quadrilateral? What do you think? But that's just what you told me for quadrilaterals. Someone told me 2/4. Can 2/4 work for non-quadrilaterals? Why? Oh, so I heard that 2 of my shapes are not quadrilaterals. We knew the triangle and the circle are not quadrilaterals, right? And how many shapes do I have in all? You're right, 4. So 2/4 of my shapes are quadrilaterals, and 2/4, don't forget that at the end, of my shapes are not quadrilateral. Huh, kind of crazy how that works, huh? All right, so let's keep working with shapes here, boys and girls, okay? So let's look at another fraction of a set, all right? Okay. All right, almost done here, boys and girls. Takes me a second to draw. All right, not in my classroom today, so I don't have all that fun stuff like I have before. And now that I'm back to work, all right. So, we're going to look at some stars, boys and girls. And you can see I have different kinds of stars, don't I? I have small stars, and I have big stars, okay? So, boys and girls, I want to know what fraction of my stars are big. Okay, how would I solve that? What would I do first? You're exactly right. I'm asking for big stars. But first, I need to find out how many of my stars are big, right? Plain and simple, how many are big? So boys and girls, count. How many of my stars are big? You're exactly right. 4 of my stars are big, right? Okay, boys and girls. And how many of my stars are small? What? That's not what I'm supposed to do? What am I supposed to do next then, boys and girls? Oh, now I need to find out how many stars there are, what? In all. In all. So how many stars do I have in all, boys and girls? You're right, there are 8. So what fraction of my set is big stars, boys and girls? You're exactly right. It is 4/8. 4, not 4/8, 4/8. Let me see, guys. Get up and close. 8. 4/8. You're exactly right. 4/8 of my stars are big. Okay. Now, boys and girls, let me erase that. What fraction of my stars are small? I'll give you about 20 seconds, see if you can figure this one out. Your mark, get set, go. And just shout it out when you got it, boys and girls. Shout it on out. 3 more seconds. What'd you get? Oh, but that's how many are big. Can that be the same answer? Someone told me 4/8. Is that right? You were so smart. It is 4/8 again. How many of my stars are small? There were 4 of them are small, right? And how many stars in all? 8. Great job. Okay, boys and girls, we're going to flip it just a little bit. And we're going to change things a little bit. Okay? So now you're going to be the teacher, and I'm going to be the student. Oh, the hair keeps ripping, boys and girls. You ever have that? Felt good. I'm trying to dry off, boys and girls. All right. So I am going to try to solve a problem. Okay? So I'm going to draw some shapes this time. Last time I just thought, some stars might be fun. Okay? All right, boys and girls. Now, I have some shapes here. I have some quadrilaterals and some non-quadrilaterals. Okay? So my teacher asked me, that would be you, boys and girls, how many of my shapes are quadrilaterals? So when I look at this, I know Mrs. Brewer just taught us that quadrilaterals have 4 straight sides and are closed figures. Okay. Well, I know it can't be the triangles because they both have 3 sides. So this is my answer. Okay? Boys and girls, you're going to tell me. Am I right? Am I right or not? I'm going to show you again what I got. Am I right or not? If I'm right, do the floss, floss for me, floss for me, floss for me. If I'm wrong, hit the orange justice. Am I flossing? Am I hitting the orange justice? What am I doing? Oh, I see a lot of you flossing. Why am I right? Oh, because the 4 squares are my quadrilaterals. So that would go on top because I asked how many were quadrilaterals. And then there are 6 shapes in all. So 6 had to be my denominator. Great job, boys and girls. Great job. Okay. So using the same set, I am going to shade in 2 of these figures. Just shade it in. All right. So I'm going to write the fraction down of what I think the answer should be. And you're going to tell me once again by flossing if I'm correct or hitting the orange justice if I'm wrong that this fraction is shaded. Okay? You ready to see my set? Got a good look at my set? Okay? You're going to figure out if I'm right or wrong. So this is my set. We're just looking at the shapes that are shaded. This is the fraction I said was shaded, boys and girls. If I am right, I want to see you floss. If I'm wrong, hit the orange justice. Come on, baby, floss. Floss it, baby. What's going on? Why aren't you flossing? I have 3/6. Right? What's wrong? Oh. Well, let's start. If you think my numerator is wrong, put your hand on your head. If you think my denominator is wrong, put your hand on your toes. And if you think both are wrong, put your hand on your hips. See a lot of you touching your head. So is my denominator right? 6? Right, because we have what? Right, 6 shapes in all, right? Okay. Why is my numerator wrong? Oh, there's not 3 shapes shaded, are there? How many shapes are shaded? Only 2. So what should my fraction have been? You're exactly right. It should have been 2, 6. All right. Thank you for helping me out here. I was almost wrong. That would have been embarrassing to have been like on TV or something and had a wrong answer, right? No, it would have been okay, right? Boys and girls, I don't ever know what I would do without you. So let's do one more. Okay? So now I want to figure out what fraction is not shaded. And I think it's 4/6. If we agree, Floss. We disagree, orange justice. What do you think? Finally, boys and girls, I got you, Flossin. We know it has to be 4/6. Why? How many shapes are not shaded? Right, 4. And how many do we have in this set? You are right, 6. So boys and girls, do me a favor. Give me a thumbs up if you think you solved my problem with me today. Was I able to now tell my husband what fraction of my rafts are deflated? You're exactly right, because I can think of all these objects as a what? Like a set, right? And we look at how many in all as our denominator, right? Oh, boys and girls, once again, you have saved me again, all right? It has been a pleasure. I cannot wait to see you back here tomorrow because I'm sure I will have another problem. I'm going to go in and finish drying off. Have a good day. Bye.
Teaching in Room 9 is made possible with support of Bank of America, Dana Brown Charitable Trust, Emerson, and viewers like you.